Yeah, hello, good evening, all, and welcome to today's class. So let's just wait for others to join us. Let me just. So, good evening, all. Please, do you have your Excel sheet for this particular tool? Because I said we'll look at this tool. Do you have your Excel sheet on? So, we've looked at information gathering, we've looked at penetration testing, we've looked at vulnerability analysis, we've looked at wireless. So, so try this. Yeah, good evening. So we look at stressing tools. So install this tool first. So install this tool on your on your system. So we are still looking at tools. So have you ever had about denial of service? Please install that particular. So install. Sorry, 1 minute. Let me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry. I thought the screen was showing. So install that on your system. So if you have so we spend some time here doing this today. So if you have installed it, just let me know. Can you app get update or upgrade your this thing? Can you do apt get upgrade or update and rerun it? Okay, do something like this. Hello, at this thing, do something like this. So do something like that. So if you all have installed it, so we'll be looking at how we run this particular now. Sorry, 1 minute. So we'll be looking at just 3 tools today. So that is the notes following it. So if you have to run it, so that's an example. I'll share an example of the command, then we'll try it out. So, so that is how you implement it. So it's used to test what is the maximum number of connection a particular can actually a particular server can handle. So what tool is this called? We're looking at stressing tools. Now when for real life application, sites like service sites, Naija, somebody can flood it with what? DOS, denial of service. So you look at those tools now. You look at those kind of tools too. So we're just looking at it on the surface. So if we are taking that, particular command, so this is, so what we are taking is what stressing tools. We are trying to look at the stress level websites can handle. So how do we determine the output file? Sorry, just 1 minute. Okay. So let's clear. Or can use touch stress. Let me make directory so that I can be able to monitor this. Make directory stress tools. Stress. CD. So was supposed to do what? Was supposed to touch stress .txt. So mv, let me be sure. I've not converted to CSV. Okay, ls. Okay, good. So we have CSV file now. I just want to see how you convert CSV. So we can now run this command. So let's come here. Let's run the command. So what we have is slow HTTP test -C 500 . Sorry, 1 minute so that we -H -G -O. So we have stress .csv. So that's the output file. -I, then we have 10. Then -R, we have 200. So I think I've shared the parameter with you. Then we have iPhone T, we have get, then we have iPhone U. So which particular, what particular this thing are we looking at? Let's type CMB, yes, that look at the website and we input the URL there. So let's look up. So we have 188.114, sorry. 188.114.97.3. So you come here, you said HTTP one 188.114.97.3 index.php /x24 dash p2. So let me screenshot this. Mr. Godwin, are you making progress with your download? So this is what it looks like. So you want to know? I don't know if you saw what I did by converting a text file to a CSV file. Are you making progress? Have you been able to install it? So that's what the command should look like. So I see that it's running. So you can try that out. So you can try that out. We'll look at just 3 tools today, then we'll call it a day. So that's stressing tools. So you can try that out. Where, Mrs. Grace, where exactly are you lost? Where exactly are you lost? Where exactly are you lost? Are you tell me? Now, what we are trying to do, I'd explain what the stressing tool does. I showed you what the stressing tool does because you are talking about. Oh, you are just joining. Okay. Then first thing you need to do is, please, is any other person just joining? Can you install HTTP? What's wrong with your system? Okay. Sorry, 1 minute. I think you have to. Can you reinstall that DPKG? Install that DPKG file. So um so I think what you should do is this. Try install DPKG first. So Mrs. Grace, hello, if you want to create CSV file that directly with touch, you can. I've not done that before. So I did what Claire. So I'm not sure you can create it directly with touch. So okay, since you can create it, you can create it straight. Cut it. How do you read this? How do you read what is in? Nothing in it. That's the format. That's the format you can only actually output that file. It's either it's on CSV file or an HTML file. As you can see, it's saving it. The report was saved to what? CSV report saved to what? CSV stress.csv.csv. So when we cut what? Stress.csv.csv, let's see if there's anything in it. So are you seeing? It's showing you all what's there. So it can only be saved to what? CSV. So what exactly are you learning from this particular test? What is it showing you? So just in a summary, what this thing is showing you that the server can only handle maximum what? 500 HTTP connection. Now 500 is actually very high for what? A website. Now, let's try another website to see. So that's Ninja. What did you try? So you see connected 500 slow HTTP test status. So that 500 shows you can handle what the server can handle what maximum of what 200 500 HTTP connections. You understand? So that's what. So if you try it on other sites, let's come here. And let's look up Google. Let's try Google. Okay. So if we change that into 216.58.223.196. So that shows you what stress level. So that when it is being flooded with what? When it is being flooded with a DDoS attack, what is its resilience to it? That is what testing web app. Now, okay, let's come again. Let me clear. So this place, let's come to this place. That's 216.58.233. Sorry, 223.198. Let me be sure. 223. So that's 196. One nine six 216.58.223.196. So it's going to test for 240 seconds. So if those connected stuff does not, so I believe you guys are actually following and learning. So that is actually how you run. Okay, I think type I don't know. I don't know the challenge you're having, no, but I think we need to visit that after now. Because I've not installed that particular file before. Use this. This is what you're supposed to do. Try that first. I've actually not installed this before. Try that first. Let's see. So, Mrs. Grace Adimefe, you are supposed to install slow HTTP test. When you install it, I've shown the commands on what you use the slow test to do. Okay, all right, that's fine. Oh. Okay, can you actually add -A first? Can you add -A because it keeps mentioning this -A? Is it the -A before, or put the -A before the install, then write dpkg? Let's see first. Or the best you could do, copy that particular error, go to Google and actually see what it tells you. Copy the error, go to Google and see what it tells you. So if you guys have actually done this, we finished with this particular slow test. As you can see, it has finished testing. In this one, the maximum connection it has did not change. Now, let's retry that first one we did. So you can actually now compare two websites. If you notice, this one does not last up to 40 seconds, 240 seconds before what? It actually switches off. It does not get up to 240 seconds. You see, it only switches off at what? Okay, no connections left. So if anybody has questions, you can let me know. So if you have questions concerning this, you can let me know. The next thing, No, I think you are wrong. Every address, every website has its own unique address. So please, this is what you should look at. Are you seeing Mrs. Grace? This is what you should look at, look for. So not that first address, not that one. Is the second one? Are you seeing it? So the first one is always your either your IP address or your system. That's the. So we'll move on. Mr. Bonawa, I don't think I understand the questions you are actually asking. What you are seeing is that those two sites we looked at, they are actually very, very strong. I think, which other Nigerian website do you know that is not very, very strong? Because I have a site here that can only be connected to 287 HTTP connections, shows you that weak. So that 500 is actually a standard figure. Are you seeing one here that is actually can only take what? 287. Sorry. Okay. So you have to install that tool too. Which one? Which site is that? Okay, that's a robust site. So you can try different site. The more you try it, it sits different. Can you screenshot what you just did so that we can see it? Who said something can take 7-1 site? Screenshot the site that actually screenshot what you did that can take 719. Screenshot it. Let's see it. Screenshot your result of showing 719. Okay, all right, that's fine. Yeah, Mr. Agbola, where you want to ask a question? Okay, I thought you wanted to ask a question. So the rest of you, please paste what you have done on the site there. No, I don't think. Don't worry, we will not use invite flood. Let's do something else. First, paste that particular slow HTTP test. Let me see what everybody has done. Let's dwell on that. Let's wait on that. Let's dwell on that. What you have done. Let me see it. Everybody paste what you have done. No, Mr. Yusuf, can you screenshot what the stuff is giving to you? So I hope you understand that you're actually learning a lot, and it's a lot of information that is being passed out to you. you can actually scan. So I'll be doing one thing. That's a DOS. I'm trying to avoid this lecture because it will be traced back to you. So I will only give you, but will not actually do that in this class, please. I'm trying to avoid this lecture because it will be traced back to you. So this is how you use, because you'll be targeting somebody's website with, flood, and they will trace, because of your SIP, they will trace it back to you. That's one. That's will not implement it. You can only install. I'll just give it to you, but we will not implement it. You can go and do it in your own at home on any account, not while I'm on recording. So those are the commands. So we have same thing as IAX flood. You can install it. So all these tools you are looking at, they are called those tracing tools. So if you come here to your, we can create here. What's all this? You can come here, tracing tool. One, we've looked at what slow HTTPS test. So you can look at two. Second stuff I shared was invite flood. So I'm not going to do this. So you can just screenshot the commands there, three. I'm not going to do this in this class. IAX flood. 4. This one is actually is to verify performance of the secure SSL. So the last one is THC SSL denial of service. So I will just share the command. You can go try them out on your own. You'll be targeting someone's site. We don't have a dummy site, so I can play around with. That's IAX flood. That is the usage command, the source name and the destination name. Then let me save this. So your results, then the last one that I shared, it's this. So if you are using that last one, this is what it will look like. So I am sure you are all professional up to this stage to pick a site and actually experiment it on it, but not, you can do it and actually send me your report. We'll chat about it. So that is, we've covered this particular topic. That is what we're supposed to do for today's stressing tool. So it's time for you to sit down and implement. So if you have questions, you can ask. So we finished. Those are the 4 tools, stressing tools. So the last 2, 3, 4 are what? The denial of service tools. So if you have questions, you can ask me. So what we are supposed to do now is marry what we have been doing now, connect what I've been doing now. If you are actually asked to look at a website, what about all? Hello, Mr. Solomon, please stop asking questions that are outside the current topic we are actually talking about. We are not discussing dark web. You understand? We are not discussing dark web. Now, what we are actually looking at currently are what? Tools. Now, you've looked at so that you'll be guided accordingly. Now, if you look at this, my script here, you've looked at what? Exploitation tools. Today, you are treating stressing tools. Concentrate on what and stop reading shabbily so that what you know you master it to professional level. We've looked at vulnerability tools. We looked at information gathering tools. We looked at website penetration tools. We looked at vulnerability analysis tool. We looked at stressing tool, exploitation tools, forensic password sniffing tool. I hope you now understand how we are actually progressing. So that's enough information. Are you getting it? That's enough information. So we're not treating dark web. You understand? If you want to ask personal question, not in the class. If you want to ask a personal question or your own personal reading, let your question be channeled towards the topic we are treating per time. So please, anybody who has a question, I hope you understand that I don't want to start attacking somebody's website in a recorded, so it's totally unethical because they have to trace it back to your IP. So you only do this when you have the permission of a company to actually do a resilience test on their infrastructure. Are you getting it? So you attack the site and see the stress level. You understand? So the first stress is showing you that if you attack it, how many people can be connected to it? What's the level of attack you can actually generate? Now, this thing generates packet per packet. So you understand? So when you do it, you can actually run your test. So tomorrow we continue. We finalize tomorrow and Saturday we finalize the, how will I put it? The vulnerability scanner. Finalize the vulnerability scanner, then we do more examples on this week is to conclude everything about tools. So if you have general questions from where we started from up to now, you can put out the question. So you see, as you are actually growing, Okay, what's the question, Mrs. Grace? Mr. Olafisoye is not here. Okay, Olayemi Awofisoye is here. Mr. Akin Shola is not here. Okay, Jesu Pemi, Wale, and Mr. Adegbeson is not here. So I just want to know which one have not been following the training. So, Mrs. Grace, can you ask your question? So it's not my fault that you guys cannot talk. Somebody actually abused that. Okay, let me answer that your question here. Sorry, let's both answer the question. So the reason why you actually write scripts is for you to understand what those tools are made of. Now, if you have not, I think I had that website where they wrote scripts and they actually told, I think I've showed you guys before. Now, if you have not been taught how to write scripts and all you do is cram commands, nmap this, by this time you actually have crammed all the commands, you don't even know what you are doing. The whole idea is for you to be able to have a bird-eye overview on what is running and what is working. Now, most importantly, interviews for the kind of job you want to get are not command-based, they are scenario-based. They write the script, they just introduce a script, they tell you to complete it and run it right there to show them you actually have what. You understand? So this is not time to start determining what you learn and what you don't learn. And I think I've actually showed you job requirements. So the employers require that you know how to write scripts. You should know how to write it. Everybody who actually had gone there and are earning that kind of money, they know how to write it. So I don't know if I've answered your question. The port scanner script is just one of the four scripts you write. You are writing like 7 to 8 of them. But as you are writing it, you notice that you are building. Are you this strong when you started this training 31st of January? Do you believe you could travel this far? Now, if it was only command you are cramming, would you have been your strength, your tech strength, is it growing or is it reducing? This script writing is like an exercise. It's building your strength capacity. Is it growing or is it reducing? You can answer me. By writing this script, are you growing strength or you are reducing strength? There are two parts in cybersecurity. There is the tech part. There is the non-tech part. So if you are coming to the tech part, you cannot be a lion without what? Claws. Can you hear me? There is no lion without claws. There is no leopard without spots. There is no cybersecurity professional, world-class renowned, that cannot write a code. Are you getting it? So those attributes come with it. Please, if you are following me, Miss Grace, just tell me yes or no. Are you getting it? So we are training you. Are you getting it? So you cannot be a lion without claws. What is your beauty? The beauty of the lion is that it can claw you, it can actually use its teeth. So the beauty of you being a world class is that you can code, but unlike the software developer, you don't do front end. So you know the tools you use at the back end. Now, part of our proposition is that you'll be able to, if you come to things, if you come to our, if you come here, thinkcyber.co.il, part of what we teach you is to be able to develop your own tools, training. So this one is just an introduction. I think it's in home. It should be in home. So it was in home. So that okay, maybe it has been. Okay, are you okay? Are you saying it? Project. If you are seeing my screen, students must complete a practical building project reflecting their knowledge, reflecting the knowledge they have acquired and the ability to produce defense and assault tools. Are you getting it? So it is part of what you learn here. Are you getting it? So that is, I'm just trying to put you in the right track. So the beauty, are you seeing it? So if you come to learn more, so it is part, are you seeing all these things are what? Now, for in case you don't know, so that in case you want to go for the Siberian Marina has its own programming language. This is its own programming language, SNAT. So that is a particular field that is lost already in Nigeria. For those who went abroad to read the embedded system. Now, why manufacturing, electronics manufacturing stuff is not growing in Nigeria is because we don't have embedded system. So if I want to manufacture my own phone, I don't know what is this. What is the OS? This Chinese people are trying to bring out that will kill an Android. There is an OS Chinese people are developing. So you see, Nigeria is limiting your capacity. Are you getting it? It has its own programming language, SNAT. So one of what you learn is your ability to develop what defense and assault tools. It gives you a stand. So when you are writing your CV, capacity, when you see any tool, you can go to the back end and analyze what are the capacities of the tools. So that's what makes you what a cybersecurity professional. Even at this stage, you should have those skills inherent. Are you getting it? So that is one thing you take away from here. That is why you go through the project. So all these things you are doing are projects that you will be doing. So I'm just guiding you along so that your journey will be very easy. You understand? So Nmap is not more elaborate. Now I don't know if I've shown you the attack from the EDR. Those tools you see, do you think those tools are actually public tools? They're not public tools. They are self-developed hacking tools those hackers use. You understand? The best of tools are not open to the public. It's because you are just starting. The best of tools is not open to the public. So you should be able to know how to develop it from the scratch. So I don't know if I've answered your question. You can answer yes, then repeat. So this answered your question. Students must complete a practical built-in project reflecting the knowledge they have acquired and the ability to produce what defense and assault tools. So have I answered your question? That is why we are teaching you to actually do what? Develop your own tools. Hello. Do you now understand it? Okay. You are still learning Python. I think it's a training class. you will still learn it in the Siberian arena. You are not supposed to actually grasp mastery within 1 month. It's a 4 to 6 months journey. But if you are actually already truncating your openness to learn, you are reducing your journey. That's just the truth. I think the problem with people is that you paint this thing Python. Python, that is a very just you know that it is learnable, it is usable. You understand? It is learnable. Yes, it's the service you are actually testing. It's the service you are actually testing. You are testing a service, HTTP. It's saying the service is available. That is what it refers to. So, Mrs. Grace, please, I don't know if I've been able to answer your question. It's good you are speaking out because a lot of people might be looking at it as stress. So, get to know it. I'm trying to ensure that we break it down. You don't actually need to be an exceptional guru in Python scripting, but you should be able to actually develop your own script. So it makes it easy for you to read other scripts. 1 minute, please. Hello? Yeah, where are you? Okay, I'm in a training. When I'm through, I'll call you. When I'm through, I'll call you. I'm in a training. So I don't know if I've answered all your questions, please. So that's it. So tomorrow we'll dwell more, do revision. That's why I've noticed that maybe I'm rushing it too much. So we'll do revision, dwell more on it, you understand? Then maybe revise Python very well so that everybody can be carried along. You don't rush these things because the script might crash. Then if you don't know what to amend, I want to read it, you'll not be able to do it. So as you know, they say iron sharpeneth iron. That is why the community. Iron sharp. So when you actually move with lions, you have actually, so as you are moving it up, we are sharpening you. Wow, you are playing with claws. So your mind is getting broader. Are you getting it? So that's just it. So iron sharpeneth iron. I think we've come to this. So what you need to do, please try out those DOS command. It shows that you can send me screenshots, but not on a recorded training. So if in the absence of note question, I will have to end this class because this is what you're supposed to learn for today, stressing tools. So let's not rush what we have learned. Let's absorb them, chew them, and be able to reproduce them at will. All right. Thanks all for attending this training.